Hello, 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 and welcome back to another episode of Kev and Chuck. How you guys doing, bruv? How you doing?
Good, bro. You all right?
Yeah, good. I'm excited to do the second part of the album review of this guy,
Notorious.
the King of New York, Notorious B.I.G. and his review. We're doing a review of his second album, Life After Death. Now, if you've seen part one, we got up to track 12, which was I Got a Story to Tell. We gave our rating out of that one. And now we're going to move on to track number 13, which is Notorious Thugs, featuring Bones, Fugs, and Harmony. Now, I'm going to hand this over to you, Chuck, and you can please give us your thoughts on track number 13.
Right. I like Notorious Thugs. I listen to it a lot. I like the collaboration with Bone Thugs and Harmony. I think with Bone Thugs and Harmony, they're not actually a group that I listen to. To be quite frank, their voices actually annoy me, but they are really good on that track. They are really. Look, I'm sorry, Bone Thugs. It just doesn't. That big back, all that for me. I just can't take it. I just can't deal with it. But on Notorious Thugs, I think they are. I think they're pretty good. I can't look at the screen because Kevin's making me laugh. They are. That track is really, really good. Really good. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm just gonna stop talking. So I'll just give them the rating out of 10. So for me, that track's a 9 for me. And
Nine.
yeah, also I feel like that track does hold up now, in 2025. I still think it's an amazing track to listen to, and I think it holds up. So yeah, I'm gonna give it a high 9.
Okay.
I apologize, Bone. I apologize. I'm sorry, but
Apologize to
the Bone Thugs. But I'm just being honest. I know you ain't gonna watch this out here, but like, look, I have to be honest.
um, and I say in advance, I apologize too, because I can't quite get with that the harmony from Bones and Thugs.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're being polite, bro.
but it is harmony. There is harmony. There is harmony there, but it's the kind of harmony that
The what?
um, if I was taking angel dust, that's the kind of that's the kind of harmonies I've been making.
Wow.
It's just it's just
Wow. I hope there's no Bone Thugs like
I
fans out
hope
there
so too.
listening
I
to
hope
this.
so too.
Right.
I'm taking a risk here. Um,
Yeah.
but
Wait.
but I see this song or this track as Biggie obviously likes them, and he obviously like, and I see him doing a bit. He's doing the Bones of Fugs. He wasn't doing all that kind of that melody bit, but he's rapping similar to their kind of style. Um, I don't like the song that much, really. It's not one of my favorites, definitely not. Um, but it, I can see how it works, and I also
Mm.
agree with you that it doesn't seem as dated as some of the tracks that I actually think is better. If I have to be
Mm.
honest,
Mm.
which is weird. Uh, the beat, the beat is all right, and it works. It's just I just don't, if they didn't do those harmonies, um, I think I probably might like it a bit more. Um, but
I mean, let me ask.
plus another
Go on. Sorry, go on. No, go on. Go on.
I was just going to say another thing. Another thing is it's too damn long. It's like
What the
six
song?
minutes and seven. Yeah, six
Yeah.
minutes and 6 minutes and 7 seconds. Too much. I was like, I can't even. To do 2 minutes is a push. So I'm looking at probably pressing to the next pressing skip.
No, I mean, I
But
listened to it. I listened to it all the way because I like it. But like, when you listen to tracks like I've got a story to tell, the last one, yeah, that we
yeah,
did. Like, I
he's
understand what Biggie's saying, yeah, and
yeah.
it's nice. Like, I think the flow's nice. I think the beat's nice. I think the beat's nice on Notorious Thugs. I think that Biggie's flow is nice on that. I like Thugs on that track. But the problem is, yeah, when I listen to some music, well, I listen to music, full stop. Like, I want to know what they're saying. And I ain't
Mm,
gonna lie, like 85% of the time, I don't know what they're saying. I just don't know what they're saying. I'm
yeah.
like, uh,
There's some bits where they Victor Brother, Victor Brother.
I don't know what you cats are saying, bro. So,
Sorry.
I mean,
Yeah,
what's your rating?
and so I think it's a reasonable rating. 5.9. 5.9 out of 10
Wow.
for Notorious Bugs.
Wow.
And
That's low.
that's it. Yeah, it's about
Okay.
right.
Okay.
Um, track number 14, we move on.
Yeah.
Track number 14, something I think a little bit more mellow.
Mm.
Miss You, featuring 112.
Mm.
Uh, I'll give you my rating on
Go
that.
on.
Okay. It's okay.
Okay.
It's okay. It's all right. You know, 112 provided better harmonies than their than what was going on in the last song. Um, but they know how to sing. Um, so anyway, yeah, it's all right. It doesn't grab me. It's not like anything anything great. It's just bog standard hip hop song with a, you know, mixed in with an R&B group doing a bit of an all right kind of tune. It's all right. It's okay. 6.5 out of 10.
I have to agree. Like, I think it's a nice track. It's all right. Can understand what 112 is saying. It's good. It's a good track. I like it. I like it. I like it. I'm gonna give it a rate. I'm not gonna talk too long about it. I think Kev, you've pretty much explained everything you need to in that track. So I'm gonna give it a 7 on that one.
Right. That's 7. It is. Okay, so we rapidly move on to track number 15 called Another. And this track features Lil Kim on it. Now, I'll just give a little bit of added unnecessary info. It
Let me sit back.
contains the sample from. Uh,
I said, let me sit back.
yeah, sit back, relax. It contains the samples from Barbara Mason's "Another Man," and I think that's how why it's called "Another." They just use that. Couldn't. think of anything creative for another track, for another title. So use that. So another. So it's so it contains a sample from Barbara Mason's "Another Man." You know, if you listen to that, it's kind of like a song that came out, I think, very early '80s. It's a good track. It's a good track, and basically, I think they slowed it down a touch. I think they slowed it. The melody is the bit. That's what they got from "Another Man." I think they slowed it down a little bit. And did you also know that it also features, it also contains sample from Notorious B.I.G. and R. Kelly's F You Tonight?
Does it?
Yeah,
King.
it does.
Not see me out here. Oh, that's it.
Where are you?
Yeah, I just disappeared, bro. Like for some strange reason, like I just disappeared. Hold on, I'm just gonna switch my camera. That camera decided to just disappear, bro. So I'm gonna move on to this one.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, let
Oh,
me just get that kitchen
different
out. Let
angle.
me get the kitchen out. Come on. My tea towel's hanging up and all that. What's that in the background? That's the tap. That's okay. My camera died.
Yeah,
Okay. So I need to switch to this camera. Okay. All right. Okay.
right.
Back in.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
Okay, right. So it features a part of that song as well, which is a little bit discreet, but it is there. So, what's your thoughts on this track?
I don't really like it, to be honest. Um, it's a skip. It's a skip for me. So like, excuse me. So out of 10, I'd give it a high 4. Why are you laughing? Yeah, high 4. I just don't feel the track, bro. It's just not for me. And the thing is, I like Lil Kim, right? But I don't know. There was just I don't know. It just didn't sit right with me for some strange reason. Like, I just skip it. Peace.
I just thought it was a bit. I thought it was a silly track.
Yeah.
A bit silly. Don't get me wrong. Is I think the melody and the beat goes well, but I think they're just basically talking. That's
Yeah.
in parts. They're talking rubbish.
Yeah.
And I think the problem with this album, there's just a lot of. Now, you guys might disagree with me. You might disagree with Chuck, but I just thought that there's a lot of moments in this album where it's just silly stuff,
Yeah.
and it just doesn't hold up. It just does not hold up
Mm-mm.
to today. Unfortunately, I'm just being honest with you. You guys might disagree, and that's no problem. But for me, and I think for Chuck, is a nice melody, but uh, after a while you get bored. You get bored,
Yeah.
and it's just a bit silly.
Yeah.
So I forgot to put a rating for it. But if I just do it off the top of my head, um, I'll give it a 5. It's a 5.
I think that's reasonable.
Right. So uh, track number 16.
Mm.
Track number 16 is going back to Cali. Going back to Cali. Now, going back to Cali is on, you probably could get it on the 12-inch on its own, but I've got it on the Sky's the Limit 12-inch.
Right.
You can probably see there, back to Cali. It's probably in the reverse. It's there and there and there. Yeah. So, yeah, that's the cover, just in case you're interested, of Notorious B.I.G. Looking pretty dapper in that outfit.
It's cold, bro.
Yeah, I think this was. I'm sure this came out just after he died.
Mm.
By the way, I think it released after he died. But anyway, uh, going back to Cali. Um, mm, it's better than another man. Sorry, another. But go back, Cali. Um, nah, not for me. 6 out of 10.
Six.
That's all
Wow.
that. Right?
Okay. Yeah, I don't mind it. I listen to it. It's not a skip motion, but
Really?
yeah, yeah, I listen to it. But
Going back to Cali.
go. Yeah, I kind of yeah. And the thing is, yeah,
Going back to the skip. But
yeah. I'm just, you know what? Look, I'm just gonna give it. I'm just gonna give my rating. I'm gonna say five. Five for going back to Cali.
that's less than mine.
Yeah, I mean it's all right, but there's better tracks.
Now, folks, this is the same brother that was saying that he listens to this track. Oh, sorry, he listens to this album every week. Weekly, he told me.
I listened to it today,
Weekly.
bro. I listened to it today.
He
Funny
listened to
enough.
it today. And have you been taking notes for the first part one and so far in part two of his ratings?
Hey, part one got some decent ratings. All right, part two, not so much. But part two, you know what? I said this to you before earlier today that
Mm.
on this two-side, two-disc album, yeah,
Yeah.
the first part that we covered before, I think is
Mm.
the better part of the album. I think this part of the album, I feel like it wasn't necessarily needed to be added. I
Right.
think if you'd have mixed up some of these tracks with some of the first album, you could have made two albums. I just think this side is just a little bit weaker than the first side.
Right.
That's my
So
personal thought.
you reckon he should have blended some of the good
Yeah,
stuff from the
yeah,
first half.
definitely, definitely. Because that first side was like, excuse me, it's pretty epic in the sense of the album. Um, and the second side, I
Not
feel like
according to your ratings.
yeah, all right. But I feel like it just lets it down. Yeah, I mean, look, I Got a Story to Tell was a fabulous song. Fabulous.
Yeah.
Kick at the door. I
Mm.
love the door. That one. More money, more problems. Yeah, man. But this side goes down a bit. Like, so yeah, look, what did I say? Go back to Cali, five. But the next
Okay.
one, I give it a higher.
And the next one is the 10 Crack Commandments. Now, just give you a little bit of additional information, which you might think is useless. So basically, 10 Crack Commandments uses Les McCann's Velatra sample. Now, that sample is the same sample that um, was used in FWV featuring Puff Daddy, Someone.
Someone,
You know
yeah.
that? You remember that?
I remember it. Yeah, I remember it.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry if I
You're
did a
waiting
dick
for an
joke.
answer from the crowd.
You looking for you?
I said I remember
Yeah.
it, bro.
So it features that. So it features the Les McCann Velarcha sample. Like I said, an SWV featuring Puff Daddy also used it for someone. But I think the sample for 10 Crack Commandments came first. And then they also used Keith Murray Countdown.
Yeah,
and also your one of your favorite groups,
I
Chuck,
can see it now.
Public Enemy. Public Enemy shut them down. But anyway, my rating for 10 Crack Commandments, I give it a 4.5.
Oh, that is low.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, but because I think as time goes by, your views and thoughts change. Yeah. When you were younger, you think it's like it was quite, yeah, this is cool and good. Yeah, when you say all these 10 Crack Commandments, it was more in and it was more trendy. It was more all right. But when I look back on it, I feel it feels a little dated. I feel like I've grown up. I feel like I've grown up and it just just seems silly. So for me, I'll give it a 4.5.
Okay. I mean, yeah, I hear what you're saying on that. Never really looked at it like that. I like Ten Correct Commandments. Like, I just like it. So it's pretty straightforward for me. I'm going to give it a 7.5.
7.5.
7.5.
Okay, let's roar on to number 18, and that's Player Hater.
Mm-hmm.
Go on, you want to start this one off?
Yeah. Just player.
Mm.
This track I think is just stupid. Like it's just a stupid track. Like I don't like it. I think it was like it was right when I listened to it back then. Now when I listen to it, I'm just like, oh, it's dumb. It's just a dumb track. Like, so, oh man, like it's frustrating. It's frustrating because like Biggie was such a good artist, like one of my favorite from New York. Like it was just like hearing it now. I'm just like, oh, taking a piss. Like just taking people's money out of here. So I'm just gonna give it a solid flipping. I'm gonna give it a solid 2. It's bad, but being honest,
If you
being
think this
honest,
is
bro.
bad, if you think this is bad, wait till you see we do a review on two packs on the two packs album.
Yeah. Wait, wait. I'm coming for two back, bro. Boy, no doubt, no diggy. Ramping for that.
Right. Um, Player hater. I hated the tune. Right.
See? I'm not the only one out here. We can't be
Uh,
the only ones out here. People watching this, like, what do you think? Please leave a comment in our comment section.
Please, yeah.
Write
Are we being
down,
stupid?
yeah. Are we
Are we
being
being stupid or because I don't know, we're obviously we were there. We were there when all this stuff came out in the day. And all this stuff was like banging and great and new. And we all after the first album, we wanted to hear more from Biggie because from that first album, and when we went out in the clubs, that's all you heard. Yeah, you heard all nothing but
straight,
pure Biggie stuff. So like we were just kind of like we were all kind of like scratching for the next installment from the big guy.
straight.
And when this came out, I think just because it was Biggie, I suppose we all kind of liked it. But years have passed, and you know, your taste changed, doesn't it? And you see things differently. And I look on this album, and I listened to it properly last week, and um, I just struggled with it, if I have to be honest. And this song or this track, number 18, Player Hater, nah. Something once again, it's one of those tracks where you just think, yeah, it sounded cool back then, but nah. And I feel like it's something that Snoop would do.
Really?
Yeah, it has that kind of Snoop feel to it that only Snoop can do.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, I didn't like it. So, what did you give? You
I give two.
gave two. Um, I give it a 3.5.
Oh, that's
3.5
high.
out of two. 10.
Wow.
Okay. Number 19, Nasty Boy.
Yeah, I remember that one.
You want to go again on this one?
Yeah, it's track's all right. You nasty boy, you nasty. Nasty. It's all right. Like it has the doesn't have the skit at the beginning where he talks about like taking a shit on the woman or something to the radio presenter. Um,
Hmm.
yeah, like track's all right. I like
I
the
thought he was talking
remix.
to his friend.
Oh, is it his brethren? I thought he was talking on a radio show.
Oh, was
Um,
it a radio show?
I thought it was a radio show.
All right.
Either way. Yeah, I like it. It's all right. I like the remix. Not the remix, but when they did Nasty Girl. Is it Nasty Girl? Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I
I
like that. I
prefer
like that
Nasty Boy.
version. Yeah. This version's okay. But I give it it's not getting anything high out here. So like I'm gonna give it a confident four.
Mm. I yeah, not for me. Not for me. So 4.5.
All right, good stand.
Right. Number 20. So we are approaching the home straight of the album now. We're coming towards an end. There is light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
So the Sky or Sky's the Limit feature in 112. They feature again. Um, so once again, I'll give you some additional information. So the main melody for the track is taken from Bobby Caldwell's "My Flame," which is taken from the album called Bobby Caldwell. And I think if you listen to that track, it's a beautiful track. I love that track, "My Flame." "My Flame" by Bobby Caldwell. Um, I like this track. I like it. Once again, this is a 12-inch. The US copy, the US original copy of um, the 12-inch of Sky's the Limit, featuring 112. Yeah, I like it. I like the use of the sample. Um, I think 112 did a good job on it. They didn't overdo it, they didn't kill it. Um, there wasn't there wasn't any silliness or anything going on with the track from B.I.G. It's just straightforward lyrics, some singing, a nice melody, nice beat. That's all we want, you know. And I think they executed it quite well. So for that, I'll give it a 7.2 out of 10.
Okay. I like Sky's the Limit. I like 112 on it. Um,
Yeah.
it's got a good meaning to it. I like the beginning of it, the intro to it. I think it's really nice. Um, all makes sense. So for me, yeah, that's like probably one of the best tracks on this side of the album. So for me, I would give it an 8.5. Sky's the limit.
8.5. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Number 21. The World is Filled, dot, 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 featuring Too Short and Puff Daddy. What's your thoughts and feelings on this one?
Right. So like I'm not gonna lie, yeah. It's usually around this time of the album that I just change the album. Because the next four tracks just don't do it for me. They just don't do it for me. So it's like the part of the album Actually puts me to sleep. Like there's just no, I feel like there's no energy. It feels like when they made this album, they got to the end and just thought, oh, we can't be bothered, but we need to fill up the vinyl. You know what I mean? So like they just made like these tracks and put them on. So like I'm just gonna make this super sweet and short. So I give The World Is Filled a 3.
Well, I must have been buzzing or something because I gave it a 6.4.
Wow, wow, wow. You must you must be falling asleep, man, because put you to sleep.
Yeah, yeah. 6.4. I think I need to listen to this track again to find out why I gave that rating.
Quite high.
Yeah. So we casually move on to number 22, and it's My Downfall featuring DMC, Daryl McDaniels, better known as DMC from Run DMC. Chuck, I'm going to ask you again to start. What's your thoughts?
Um, yeah, just not feeling the
Although I
track.
know that you're already kind of
Yeah,
somewhat given your output, so
yeah, not really feeling the track. I mean it's okay. But like I said, I usually switch albums by now, so I'll give it a 4.5.
4.5.
Yeah, 4.5.
Um, I don't know why I wrote down here in my notes. DMC uses the Method Man melody. Just try. Maybe they
Yeah,
do. I can't remember.
sampled by yeah, because it was DMC sampled by Marvin Gaye and Tammy Terrell's "You're All I Need to Get By."
Ah, yes, 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 yes. Yeah, yeah, yeah. There you go. Thank you. Um, you know what? I like the fact that uh, Notorious B.I.G. has kind of gone to the one of the heroes of hip hop, DMC from Run DMC to 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 guest star on one of his tracks, and so big him up, going to bring out one of the legends. I think that's all about respect and all that, and DMC does what he does, because DMC raps hard. Yeah, he raps hard, right? As it was kind of supposed, it was kind of meant to be back in the day. And
Mm,
like once again, he does not. He's not really rapping, isn't he? He's just talking, isn't he?
talking, yeah,
But he talks as he raps. You know what I mean? Hard. Yeah. So yeah. So that's that. Pretty good. Well, we'll do. 6.2. Six
pretty
point
high.
two. Right. Moving on very quickly. Uh, Long Kiss Goodnight. My nose is beginning to stream all of a sudden. There's no tissue in sight. I'm struggling. I feel like, hey, you know what? Lino, like in every single episode of of Thundercats, right? Lino is always just like more than a hand reach away from the Sword of Omens when he really needs it. Yeah, right,
Yeah, bro.
right. But and he always says, "I must reach the Sword of Omens." Right? I feel like that, but for the tissue, but the tissue is much far away. It's far away. But let's carry on.
Let's do it. We got
Let's carry on.
two left.
Two left. We can do it. Yeah. So the Long Kiss Goodnight. Um, Long Kiss Goodnight. For that, I've got nothing much to say on that. It's 5 out of 10.
Yeah, I've got not much to say about that either. Like it's all right. Like like I said, it's just I just think these are just album fillers. So like I give that a 5.
Yeah. And the last one, 24. You're nobody till somebody kills you. Um, Once again, you know, after this big album, you end it with this song.
Yeah,
I think it's quite disappointing me personally.
yeah,
I think it's quite, and once again, just leaving it on a bit of a you nobody to somebody kills you. Uh, it's just kind of a bit downwards kind of vibe. So
yeah,
I give that like 3.7 out of 10.
yeah. I'd give it a 4. I
Four.
haven't really got much to say. Yeah, 4.
Four. Right. So that is that's the album. So briefly, just a quick rundown or overview. What's your thoughts on the album as a whole?
As a whole, I would give the album. It's a good album. Excuse me. It's a good album, but I feel like the second part let it down, and especially towards the end. So, out of 10, the whole album, I will give it a 8.
An 8.
8.
Right. Okay. I'm giving the album a 5.5 out of 10. There are very few songs that I do like. I'm disappointed with its lack of creativity. I think maybe there was too much creativity. I feel that there's too much silliness going on.
Yeah.
And I think that maybe also at the same time, I think overall, as time's gone on, I've grown to appreciate his first album, Ready to Die, then Life After Death. I just feel that, Ready to Die still holds together pretty well. And Life After Death, I think looking back on it, I feel it's disappointing, but yeah, you guys might disagree with us. But that is it. That's the end of the review. Thank you for tuning in to parts 1 and 2. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was fun. I hope you enjoyed it. You might agree, you might disagree. But before we go, I just want to say we are going to do another review. And I'm going to, like they do in the old James Bond movies, when you at the end they tell you what kind of film was coming up next. The next review is going to be UB40, Labour of Love. So please listen out or check us out when we do that review. That will be coming up very, very soon. But anyway, we're going to go. We're out of here. We're tired. We're all big Notorious B.I.G. out. So we're going to rest and get some sleep. But thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. And we'll see you again real soon. You got anything to say, Chuck? Okay. Peace.